So this is to show you how to install Git and use Git as we've seen in class this morning. So on KLMS, you can go to, first of all, you have to install Git. I suggest you to get a Git client, in this case, a GitHub desktop. You can download it from this link. Again, you can find it here, GitHub client. And then we have a Git repository for this class. Now I explain all the theory this morning in class. What is Git and how does it differentiate from other type of version control system and so on. So please refer to the slide and for the lecture this morning. But just in case, this is a reminder of how to clone a repository on your computer so that you actually can do the exercises. So what you do, you will go to the link, as I just did, go over here, Git repository. It will open for you this website, Bitbucket. And this is the class code. It contains snippets of code that actually provide the exercises we do in class and the activities that are going to be graded. Click on clone. You don't need to have a Bitbucket account for doing this, so you just go to the link, click on clone here again, and then you need only this, which is your URL for this particular repository. This URL is nothing special, and actually if I paste it over here, it will open up the same page again, okay? So what you want to do instead is to open up GitHub desktop that you have installed, and in my case I do this way and I open it up. I happen to have already a repository, so let me actually get rid of it, and this is what you should see. Now, depending on which system you're using and if you have already or not Git installed on your computer, not the client but Git, you might actually have the GitHub desktop asking you to install extra software, and if that's the case, then go ahead and do click next. Once you get to this page, what you want to do pretty much is just to clone the repository from the internet. So you click over here, and then you don't go on github.com, but you go on URL and paste the URL you copied before. Down here, you will put the location of the repository on your computer. In my case, I put in a folder called ID 311 Software Prototyping on the desktop. I encourage you not to put it on the desktop, put it instead in some place that is more meaningful, where you have all your projects for this class. Then I click clone, and you can see this has been created for you. Now, once you open it up, you see everything appearing over here, which is nice and neat actually. The control you have with this application, it's a little bit limited, but it prevents you to do mistakes. And now you have over here all the files that were on the repository. So I can normally go and navigate over here and access all the different exercises. Or I could also simply open up in Visual Studio Code and open up all of them for me. Over here, where I can see, for example, the README page, and here are some snippets depending on what I'm doing. Okay, so here some snippets and stuff like that. Okay, so we are good to go. A couple of things. First of all, let's say I want to test this snippet over here. Now, if you open it normally, as you would normally do, so go over here and snippet and take the uppercase, and I open it up, for example, in Visual Studio Code, there's no issue at all. You can actually just go ahead and run it as usual. But if you try to run the program from here, keep in mind that Visual Studio Code will have a little bit of trouble creating for you for the first time the task file. So as you know, for processing, you will want to create the task file, create the task file. But if I try to create it right now, you will not find the folder uppercase where to create it, but I will try to actually go at the root of this tree and install the file at ID 311 SP. That's not what you want. So if you do so, you're not going to be able to run the application. So what you want to do instead is click on the code you want to have, in this case, my snippet, and then, let's see actually if I can remember. You want to basically, actually even more easy. Right click over here, and then simply add folder to workspace. And then go and get the folder that you wanted to have. In this particular case was my ID 311, then it was exercise, it was recursion, it was snippet, it was recursion, uppercase, and now I over here, okay? So it seems a little bit of a duplicate, but right now, this stands on its own. So if I open up this file, and I try to create now a task file, it will find the uppercase folder. So I did create it already, so I don't need it. Now I can run the processing again for uppercase folder. And this should work out of the box. And in fact, it's actually working. All right. A few other things I want to mention. Let's say you come to class and you've been doing this, and now I have created for you maybe new exercises that should be downloaded here as a new separate folder. So you need to pull the repository, and to do so, you want to go to repository and simply pull. And by doing so, you're going to fetch from the origin, which is the repository on the server online, and you're going to fetch basically the latest changes, and then you would see them on your file structure. Right now, we don't have any of those. Now, just as a final reminder, I want to say in class I also shown how to use a basic command of Git. Like, for example, say I am modifying one of these files. Open up another editor right now, so Sublime. And say I do some changes over here, okay? And as soon as I save a change, you will see that those changes are listed over here, and I can go ahead and commit. You can track the history of commits by clicking on history. I also show in class how you can actually create a new branch and jump between branches. So I'm not going to show all of these kind of things in this video again. I also finally show how to discard the changes and effectively reset and go back to the plan, the original code over here. Alright, so this is again just a very quick tutorial to show you how to get your repository. To sum up, you will simply create or clone a new repository. It will ask you the URL, put the URL, the location, clone it, and every time you want to update it, repository pull. Hope it helps. See you guys in class.